When it comes to wild places in Britain, the South Downs probably isn't the first place that comes to mind for most people. But this national park is actually a very special place to me. With beautiful woodlands, stunning seascapes and epic dark skies, these idyllic rolling hills of the South Downs are where I originally learnt landscape photography and fell in love with British nature. But this is also the most populated national park in Britain, so how good can it be for wild camping? There's only one way to find out, so the South Downs National Park? Let's get into it. Hello everyone and welcome to the South Downs National Park. Today I am in a lovely area. It's taken quite a while to get here and it is 3 p.m. so the day is getting on. Luckily the clocks have just changed, so it means that I've got quite a long evening ahead of me before I have to find somewhere to camp. If you haven't already watched my last couple of videos, basically I have set myself a challenge to hike, backpack and wild camp in all of the national parks in Britain, and I will be doing a lot of landscape, nature and wildlife photography along the way. So definitely go back and watch those last couple of videos, and also subscribe if you haven't already if you want to stay up to date with the challenge and everything else that's happening with the channel. And the first thing I'll tell you, it's not t-shirt weather today. The wind is really quite strong. It's like 21 degrees actually, but the wind is just so powerful. So yeah, definitely need another layer on. Just walked down into a little bit of a valley here and it is 100 times more pleasant than being up at the top, I tell you that. In terms of wind, it's lovely and calm down here. Maybe there's a little bit of a breeze, but it's nowhere near the gusts that we were having up the top there. So yeah, it's definitely much nicer down here, although you don't get the views, which is a shame. And now I'm going back up again. Yeah, we'll see what views we get at the top, whether it's worth going for the views over the calm peacefulness of being down in the valley, I'm not sure. But yeah, got a little bit of a climb now. So these flowers here behind me, they are called gorse, and I've always known that they have a coconutty scent, but never in my life have I smelt them the way I'm smelling them right now. If you could smell this, it smells like shampoo. It smells like coconut shampoo. It's just overpowering in the air. I've never smelt it as strong as this, but as you can see behind me, they are completely out in flower, so it's no wonder. But it's a lovely scent, but it's just taking over. I can't smell anything else. Sun's poking back out. I tell you what, I don't know how anyone camps right on the edge here. I've seen people do it on YouTube. It's number one, so irresponsible, and number two, I just get the absolute jelly legs even standing close to the edge, let alone spending the night there. God knows how they do it. I think you've got to have a real head for heights and be able to, I guess, tune out the fact that you're on the edge of a crumbling cliff. I think I read somewhere that the cliffs here, like there's like a meter or something lost every year, which is insane. It's absolutely insane to think that these cliffs are eroding quite quickly and people camp on the edge or sit on the edge for those Instagram shots. It's just stupid. But rant over. There you go, point proven. Big old landslide there, and chances are that probably just happened one night, so Yeah, God, if you were camping on the edge there that night, you would have been a goner for sure. So, point proven. I won't be camping on the edge tonight, that's for sure. Okay, so a big part of this National Parks Challenge is going to be trying some of the local cuisines. So I want to try something savoury and something sweet from the National Park or from the county that I'm in. So for example, today I have got Chiddingly Hot Pot, and Chiddingly is a village, I think, near here. So it's in Sussex, and it's associated with the South Downs National Park from my research. So essentially I made this last night. And it's in this bag here, and I will reheat it for dinner tonight. So yeah, I'll probably do a review of these bags actually in the near future, because I think they're really cool. So they're reusable, they're freezer proof, they're oven proof, they're boiling proof, so you can do so much with these. And I've frozen my dinner, so this is what I'm going to be having for dinner. So that stayed in my bag frozen, and it's been slowly defrosting throughout the day. So all I've got to do is reheat it now. And the added bonus of freezing it is that it's kept my beers warm. So the other thing that I'll be doing is I will be trying a local beer in each of the national parks. So today I have got Longman Pale Ale. That's a 4.2% beer. And this brewery, I actually went to this brewery and picked this can up, and it's about 15 minute drive from where I am now. So it's very, very local to here. And yeah, that's their logo, if you can see there, is the Long Man of Wilmington, which is a chalk figure which is on the hillside, which I think is like prehistoric. It's been there for a really long time. I'm not sure exactly how long, but yeah, that's a really cool logo, I think. So yeah, I'm going to try that. And as an added bonus for you guys, because I didn't do the challenge in my last video, I did have a beer, but I didn't drink it. So I'm going to have 2 beers tonight. So I've also got this Bravo Zulu Pilsner, which is made by Powder Monkey Brewing Company. And they are based... they're based more like West Sussex, or just over into Hampshire, possibly, I think. I remember seeing Hampshire somewhere on it. Gosport, near Portsmouth. Oh, that's where it is. So yeah, it's definitely closer to where I was last time, but not that close to where I am now. But I've got to drink it, so yeah, I'll be having 2 beers this evening. So I think I'll probably get started on this. So I absolutely love trying local beers when I'm in different countries or different parts of Britain. So I'm really looking forward to this. So Longman Pale Ale, 4.2%. Let's try it. That's lovely. So yeah, that's got a tiny bit of a fizz to it. But yeah, it's definitely a pale ale. And it's got a slight bit of a fruitiness to it as well. I know a lot of people don't like that fruity taste, but in a beer, I actually quite like it from time to time. So yeah, that's really good. I'm probably going to give that probably a 7.5. It's pretty good. Not bad at all. Maybe an 8 actually. It's growing on me quite a lot. So in this Chiddingly hot pot, you've got some of the things that you'd expect from a stew, like beef, potatoes, onions, salt, pepper, garlic, that kind of thing. But then, like I said, you've got a few surprise ingredients. So you've got tarragon, you've got olives, and then there's a little bit of red wine in there. And to make it a little bit more garlicky, I put a little bit of garlic and herb sauce in there as well. So yeah, I think that's everything that went in there. There you go. Very nice. Very rich and flavourful and delicious. Yeah, it's a good job I like olives, because the olives are quite a dominant taste in here, which is a surprise. Obviously, you don't associate olives with Sussex, but for some reason this village in Chiddingly made this hot pot and it's now known as a kind of a iconic dish of Sussex. So I love a stew, I love olives, can't go wrong really. And golden hour is just about to start. Look at this. And then what I'm thinking in terms of photography, I think that this coastline is going to lend itself really well to a drone shot. So I really want to get the drone up in the air. It definitely looks good from the land as well, but I think going sort of out to sea and then looking back at the white cliffs, I think that's going to look absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I need to allow myself maybe half an hour, something like that, to fly the drone and get some shots. So it's a real shame, but the sun has now gone down below a bank of cloud. So basically that cloud is going to snuff out any sign of a sunset for the time being anyway. So yeah, I don't think there's any point waiting to fly the drone. I think I'll give it a shot in the morning, and definitely I really want to get that shot. So I think probably my time now is better spent setting up camp. So I'm going to try and find somewhere to set up and yeah, probably wait and get that drone shot in the morning. But I still have that second beer to drink, and I also have my dessert, which I haven't told you about yet. But as I said, in this challenge I'm going to be eating one savoury dish and one sweet. So yeah, we've got dessert to look forward to when we get camp set up and everything. But yeah, I'll probably use the last bit of light to get that done, just because I think this cloud is just basically going to snuff out any chance of doing photography. I don't know if you can see back there, maybe if I tap there. There we go. So you can see there's just a lot of cloud there on the horizon, so it just means that we're not going to have much of a chance, I don't think. Definitely not. Okay, so the tent is all set up. I've got quite a sheltered pitch, but it's not the flattest in the world, but at least it's sheltered and it's pretty invisible from people. And the other good thing, there's no kind of brambles or anything like that. So yeah, hopefully I won't get my tent ripped to shreds and my airbed burst. And I've just remembered that I've still got my other beer to drink. So this is the Bravo Zulu Pilsner from Powder Monkey Brewing Company in Portsmouth. So I actually, I really love a Pilsner, so this should be really good. Ooh, so it's got quite a fizz compared to the last one. And it's still cold. That's good. I actually think I prefer the other one though. Yeah, this is good. I'll give this a 7. I give the other one an 8. Maybe I was more in the mood for it. Maybe I don't need 2 beers, but yeah, need to drink it. So, bottoms up. And I've also got my dessert. So, from my research, I read that steamed puddings was a real thing here, like a steamed suet pudding, which is pretty hard to get your hands on. But I've got this steamed. It's like a steamed fruity pudding. A spotted dick is what we call it in Britain. But I actually love this, and it's pretty suety. It's same sort of consistency. So I'm going to get this on the go. I'm going to boil some water and cook it like that. And then I've got a little pot of custard to go with it. So that is going to be my dessert for the South Downs. Okay, steamed pudding and custard, the moment of truth. I mean, I love steamed pudding and I love fruity desserts at the best of times, but after a long day of hiking, this is beautiful. Okay, so I'm in the tent now. I'm trying to keep it fairly stealthy because I'm not that far away from a road and stuff, so I need to make sure no one sees me and disturbs me in the night, and I have a nice peaceful night's sleep ideally. So I will catch you guys in the morning. Bye. Good morning everyone. It's about 6 o'clock. We've got about half an hour until the sun's due to rise, so I've got to get all this packed up and everything before it gets too light and starts to become more visible. I slept okay. Not the flattest of pitches was one of the issues, and the wind picked up throughout the night as well, so it meant that you could probably hear now the tent was just buffeting quite a lot, but it was okay. Not the worst sleep I've ever had. So I finally feel like I can say a proper good morning to everyone. So yeah, excuse the sleepy eyes and probably snotty nose and everything first thing this morning, but yeah, it was a bit of an early start at 5:30. It's just gone 6:30 now, so everything's all packed away. I've missed the sunrise, but to be honest, the colours in the sky weren't the thing that I was going to try and photograph anyway. I want this to be quite a nice, bright, happy image, so I was actually envisaging it being with the sun already up. So the sun already up, sort of more like golden rays of light coming through rather than colourful pinks and purples in the sky. So I'm on my way down to the point where I'm going to fly my drone, and yeah, I'm going to get it up in the sky and see what we can see. Well, you'll have to excuse the wind noise. It was very difficult to try and film. I'm always a bit nervous when I'm flying over water, especially to try and film at the same time is very, very tricky. So I think I've got something really special there. I think the light was incredible. It was really bathing the land and just kissing the white chalk cliffs over there as well. So I think I got something that I'm really going to be happy with. But it's so difficult to tell, especially when you're doing a panorama, how it's going to look until you get it on the computer and you stitch it all together. So I'm really looking forward to reviewing those images when I get back on the computer. And I'm also really looking forward to something to eat. I'm quite hungry now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and find somewhere quite nice and sheltered, and I'm going to fire up the stove again, and I've got some bacon and some English muffins. So I'm going to make a nice bacon muffin for breakfast. And also, I don't know if you can see in the frame there, some idiot left a load of litter there. There's bottles, there's all sorts. I saw it yesterday and I meant to pick it up, but I didn't. I thought I'd do it today, but I saw bits and pieces of it flying down and going into the sea, which is such a shame. Bits of plastic that are just going to be there forever now. Something that I always recommend people do if they're wild camping, if you use a bin bag as a pack liner, the following morning, if you can, just take the pack liner out if the weather's good enough. If you're on your way back to your vehicle or going back home, this pack liner just is a bin bag, so you can just pick up any of the litter that you see along the way. So already I've got like an old balloon, a bottle, some cans, and I'm going to pick up all of that stuff as well, just to do my bit for the countryside really. So I'm going to do that, I'm going to have something to eat, and then I'm going to make a move. Bacon roll, starting the day right. Still early, it's still only, what is the time? Just gone 8, so nice and early. I've literally only seen one person so far today hiking as well. And yeah, it's a beautiful morning. I found a nice spot tucked away from the wind here, so it's actually quite nice out of the wind. I'm actually 2 layered up now, so I'll probably get rid of a layer, and then I've got a bit of a hike back to the car. So yeah, I'm going to eat this bacon roll, and that'll be that. So that's the South Downs completed. I hope you enjoyed this journey. If you enjoyed this adventure and you want to stay up to date on all of the other national parks that I've got coming up, please consider subscribing and hit the bell to stay up to date on everything that's happening. Thank you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.